You're watching Vancouver TV, where we show you what's happening in your city. We've got the latest movie reviews and access to your favorite celebs. From fashion to red carpets, live shows, and more, we cover it all, keeping you informed about your city and in the know about upcoming events.
At the end of the last ice age, when our world was a harsh and unforgiving place, a boy who was separated from his family found a wolf separated from its pack. Together, they forged a bond that would change the course of human history. This August, experience the incredible story of how mankind discovered man's best friend. Experience their journey in theaters this August.
To win tickets to see this movie and other fun movie prize packs, visit www.vancouvertelevision.ca.
Hey there, Vancouver television viewers. Thanks so much for joining us today. Today I am here in North Burnaby to attend a launch party and kind of a conference for Harambecouver, a international festival that's going to be happening here in Vancouver August 24th and 25th. And Harambe is a Swahili word that translates togetherness. And this festival is a very important festival, especially because it is encouraging reconciliation of African descent and Indigenous communities here in Vancouver. And also this year's theme is mental health. So this is a very important event. We're going to learn all about Harambee Vancouver, and we're going to talk about a lot of important issues today and find out exactly what's going to happen on the 24th and the 25th of August. So stay tuned, guys. I've got a great show planned for you. Hey guys, so I am here with Michael Actum. Hey Michael, how's it going?
Doing pretty well. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty great. Can't complain. It's quite the soiree.
Yeah, it's nice. A good group of people mixing together and warming up inside there, so it's nice. Yeah.
So Michael, tell our viewers who you are and what your specialty today is, why you're here.
I am the event manager for Communities of Greater Vancouver. We have many initiatives, including helping kids through sports that face adversity. And we're happy to bring like-minded people together for this press conference discussing primarily mental health and community involvement and how we can get the discussion going and bring comfort around making it normal to discuss it. And also within this press conference promoting August 23rd, 26th, where we'll have a festival, a parade, similar to what we did last year as well, and promoting the Indigenous, the African communities, any community that wants to be involved. And we're looking forward to having that many more than we did previous year with HMC Harambecouver on the 23rd to 26th. Yeah.
Awesome. So this is going to be a huge festival happening in Vancouver. It's a second annual Harambee Vancouver, and I keep saying it's Harambecouver. So for those of you, am I okay? It's so the root of the word is Swahili, and it translates to togetherness, which is what this is about. So it is about raising awareness about the reconciliation of African descent in our communities and Indigenous communities, but it's also about inclusiveness and really educating our society on what that entails, right? So what what are some of the responsibilities that you've taken on with this role?
Well, I've just taken on the role of just trying to bring everyone together, promote where you came from and who you are as an individual. They're much in the same, pretty similar. At the end of the day, we want people to be comfortable with their roots, to be able to talk about it, to be able to discuss it, embrace their differences, and just really all come together. And in each year, we're really proud of the initiative of mental health awareness, and just kind of leading off from last year and being a warm energy within a great group of people.
Awesome. So there's a lot of, preparations happening obviously until August 23rd through to the 26th. So make sure you guys check that out online. But also there's preparations happening here conceptually, right? So there's a lot of discussions, a lot of mental preparedness, especially about all the very important topics that we're talking about. There's a lot of nonprofit organizations also involved today, different community leaders. So it's really inspiring to see so many different organizations and people coming together to make this happen. So thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Pegah. You've been fantastic.
Awesome. So are you. So you guys don't forget to check out Harambecouver. It's a very important festival being held here in Vancouver. So stay tuned, and we've got more. Hey guys, I'm here with Kareem Alibai. You know him. He's been on the show before. He is from the Give Society. He is the founder of the Global Inspired Volunteer Society. So if you haven't heard of Give, make sure you check them out. Kareem helps to bring these communities together, and he really helps with raising awareness about important issues and also providing the type of resources these event needs in order to be successful. So Kareem, thanks again for being on the show.
My pleasure, Pegah. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So what are you doing here today?
Well, here today we're providing support and logistics for the pre-launch party press release for the event that's going to be happening on from August 24th, 25th, and 26th, which encompasses providing a conference to discuss about mental health. And that is the theme for this year, because there's a huge issue not only with a specific community, but at large with everybody around, as we've seen in many cases now. So they have that happening on Friday. Saturday is the festival, where everybody gets to enjoy cultural music from all different backgrounds. There are going to be multiple bands performing, plus food and things like that happening. And there's going to be cultural exchange of clothing and vendors displaying all of that end of things as well, and arts.
Wonderful. So again,
I forgot.
Yes.
The third day, the 26th, is the parade, where everybody is going to be wearing their cultural costumes and going to do the parade around Hogan's Alley and back to the park.
Okay, and why is Hogan's Alley an important destination for that to happen?
Well, Hogan's Alley is where the indigenous people and also the African community in the early 1900s settled in, and that's actually where Jimi Hendrix also lived. So it's got a history there where we don't see in Vancouver the black community or the indigenous community being related to that area, where there's a lot of history based on those communities. So the parade there is to bring in the multicultural aspect of everybody coming together, and also going around that Hogan's Alley route to sort of like remind everybody of the history that's which is very important for Vancouver.
Mm-hmm. And places like that with increased gentrification and these issues becoming something that the whole community wants to tackle. I think it's important that we open doors to each other through different communities, and we all kind of educate each other. And through these kinds of events is how we start to have the conversations that are really important, right?
Absolutely, and that's, even if you look at the organizers, Great Lakes, Mama Kombi, that hopefully you'll meet this afternoon later on.
Hopefully, I'm excited.
Yeah, and she'll be able to give you the background as to her vision behind this festival. And so we got excited as Give, because it provides us that the vision that we have is to provide that support to communities with their social goals that they have, and in this case, it's bringing out multiculturalism, and also at the same time bringing out our history in Vancouver of the indigenous people and the African descent.
And this is such an important topic. These types of reconciliations of, like you said, African descent as well as indigenous communities, but also the mental health theme. So tell us a little bit about that, Kareem.
Well, I'm not an expert for mental health.
No, but tell us about what they're going to
Yeah.
be doing to kind of tackle that subject at the festival.
Well, at the conference on Friday, they're going to have like-minded people and also expert panelists coming there to talk about mental health, and also have people who have been through it, and to talk about their journey, their challenge that they've had with mental health. So that's what it's all about, is to create the awareness and then put some sort of an action plan together, where it's not just for a specific community to do it, but us as local citizens and also as Canadians to participate and take action.
We live in a pretty great city, don't we?
We absolutely do. And Pegah, did you know one thing about me? Do you know where I was born?
Where?
I was born in Africa, in Uganda.
There you go.
Yeah, so
You were born in Uganda.
I was born in
Okay,
Uganda.
so you know the word Harambe, Swahili word. So can you tell our viewers a little bit about the root of this word?
The root of the word means to bring everybody together, togetherness, and to unite. And so it was a very powerful word. Actually, it was used by the Kenyan president in East Africa during his election time, where it became his staple. And every time he came out, he'd have this little, feather type of thing, and he would say Harambe, and motivate and inspire the people of Kenya. So it's taken on a real powerful word. It is a powerful by itself, but having that impact of a political figure also, using it to bring people together for their mission.
All right, let's hear it for Harambecouver.
Harambe!
Harambe, awesome. Thank you, Kareem. We look forward to finding out more about this amazing event. So let's go talk to, all those important people.
Absolutely, and keep giving local and inspire global.
Giving local, inspiring global. Awesome. You guys know Kareem, and check him out, givesociety.org. Yes.
GIV, no E.
GIV, yeah.
Society.
GlobalInspiredVolunteers.org. Hey guys, so I have the pleasure of speaking to Mama Kumbi. How are you doing?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for having me here today.
No, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be here and to be a part of something so important that's happening here in Vancouver. And I've heard so much about you. Could you tell us a little bit about your role in the Harambecouver Festival?
My name is Kombi Nanjala. I was born so many years back in Africa. And then I moved to Canada about 14 years ago. But the passion for all this that is happening today did not start in Vancouver. I was one of those women in Africa who started a movement for the street kids. Why did I start it? The police were killing the kids, and then I didn't know exactly how we could maybe stop it, being women. So I spoke to 4 kids and I said, what is it that you think we can do? Not what I thought I would do, but what do you think we could do? So the kids told me, no, let's go, let's bring us balls. Then I said, just balls? Yeah, soccer balls. Then I said, on Saturday, I'll bring the balls. That is when I started that movement. And the killing stopped. The kids who were using drugs on the streets of Nairobi, it stopped. They engaged themselves into soccer. And from that time, that was 1987, I had my first trip to Europe. Norwegian government invited me to go to Europe and just take those kids as a showcase. So when I go to Europe, I had 16 boys. I left them all there. Like everybody took the boys to go and join clubs. So I worked with these kids from the streets of Nairobi. They started now going to like refugee camps to support. They were now like advocates for the other kids. But before I moved from Nairobi to come to Canada in 2006, I had in fact helped about 1 million kids from the streets of Nairobi. And today, I'm so proud to tell you that the best player in Europe, in European League today, is Victor Wanyama. Victor Wanyama is my product. One of those kids that, when I started that movement, that is the product of that movement. So when I came here, then I said, I'm going to a new country, but I arrived here as a refugee. So being a refugee, why was I a refugee? That is one thing that you need to know. I was a refugee. I came here as a refugee because of the mistreatment that we women in Africa get. Because once you're married and your husband has paid that dowry, you are a property. So you are property to that, just like his bicycle, just like his car, just like his cow, you are one of those things. So with the mistreatment, with the beatings, then I started working with the United Nations. This is when I learned, so people have rights. So how can I use my rights? And this is when I started volunteering for the UN Habitat in Nairobi. And these are the people who paid my ticket from Nairobi to Vancouver to showcase the work that I was again doing in the slums of Kibera. The slums of Kibera, I mobilized the people to agree to the government and the United Nations to build for them houses. Because in the slums of Kibera, we had all the problems, challenges. If there was fire, there is no route for anybody to save nobody. So when I spoke to the community in Kibera, I was able to convince them. And yes, we started a foundation. We started building we upgraded the houses in Kibera. And that is what brought me to Vancouver.
Hey guys, I am here with the one-man wonder, Coyote Fatoba, and he is the man behind all of the amazing things that are happening and the main support of Mame. She was saying so many nice things about you and all that you've done. So thanks for talking to me. Thank you. So could you please give us kind of like, a short version of everything that's going to be offered at this festival and why, like maybe a couple of points on why it's so important. We know, but I want our viewers to really understand from your perspective.
From my perspective, I think it's important for people to invest in themselves and people to tell government to invest in themselves. And when we're talking about social capital, we're talking about the local economy. And if we're talking about Vancouver has an homelessness issue on one side, and then we have empty housing on one side, but then we have so much money where we're bringing international artists on another side, then it becomes, okay, we get it, Vancouver is a tourist city, it's a production city, and so it's up for the highest bidder. And so the question becomes, if you want to be a successful producer in this industry, you got to cater to the money, right? But part of what I'm trying to do is, if I invest in people who they're not getting investment opportunities, but they have power as locals. They have power to impact government. They have power to impact the social environment. They have power to draw a lot of people to support a platform that is giving money back to them. Then that could become, at least right now, it's just a theory, that could become a really amazing production. And that was how we came from it. And the first year was very successful, and now the second year we're realizing our brand has traveled so far that people are already in this city already because of this thing. So, and we're not even at the event day yet, so it makes our team feel like, wait, like, did we do this? And we come back to the drawing board, we're like, no, we did not do this. It's because we served the void, and the demand is drawing all these people that has always wanted this type of product but never had it. And with us having, this year, what I feel is going to be an accomplishment is we're going to take a local artist that was born here, develop his craft with infrastructure here, is pushing himself to break the mold of the larger industry, and we're gonna put him on our platform as a headliner. We'll see if, you know, when they say don't invest in locals, don't book locals, people don't show up, we're gonna see whether that's true. We're gonna see whether his community is gonna mobilize individuals for his set and a wide range of things. So I'm excited for this year. I think just this event shows that we're doing something positive, and hopefully if we're able to get more buy-in, it's gonna keep growing.
Yes, it's a multiplicity of things. It's not just an event, it's a movement, and it takes, you know, different types of leaders to make it happen, like you were saying. So it's so inspiring. It's such an inspiring movement, and I feel you will only gravitate towards people who want to support you, because we live in a place where these types of things only takes a couple of leaders, like you said, to come together and really, you know, kind of come up with ideas that are practical, that actually implement some sort of change in a positive way, not just talking about it and then brushing it under the carpet, but actually trying to do things that'll make things happen, not just sociopolitically, but within our own communities, within our own circles, you know, because we educate each other. We have a responsibility to really help each other learn about what is that gap, what is that void, and how can we fill it, how can we do it, and how can we help each other. And so it's such, like, I can't stop saying it's such an inspiring story, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of it and to interview you guys, and I know that it's going to be huge, and every year you guys are going to get bigger.
I'm definitely excited. I think within our media team, part of what we're looking to do is connect with media personalities early, that we can now sit down with them and say, you guys are part of our early adopters. What is you guys' vision? How can we integrate you guys into becoming like a Vancouver staple within us getting foreigners that's watching this, and all of a sudden we start issuing exclusive licenses to create various different like media concepts that we can integrate into the production and make better and better. Right now we don't have individuals that's going to interview some of our artists and a wide range of things, but our team feels like we're going to plan it, we're going to make it look legit, and those people are going to start coming and they're going to experience it. They're going to be like, okay, we fuck with the vision and we really want to now take this to the next level and make a couple of calls, and then from there all of a sudden we're growing. So I'm very thankful for you guys to come to our pre-launch, and hope you guys had a good experience.
Hey guys, I'm sitting down with Naomi Peng. She is the VP of Marketing Promotions, and she's also the program coordinator for Harambecouver. Hey Naomi, how's it going?
Really good. How are you, Pegah?
I'm good. You must be tired after all of the speeches and things.
It's been a very emotional ride. I'm obviously super excited to have this out there, and I was really excited to give everyone access to a first look of what HMC was about. So that was a really gratifying experience to share what something started as grassroots to now expanding and having this market where all these businesses can interact with each other is really rewarding to see. And I'm just really excited to see HMC grow. It's like a multicultural carnival, so obviously we welcome everyone and we promote diversity and cultural awareness. And this year our theme is mental health and addiction, and we have a conference specifically dedicated for that on the 24th, so be sure to check that out. And then the festival will begin the 25th of August. Sorry, the 24th of August to the 25th of August. So stay tuned. Yeah.
And the 26th is the parade.
Sorry, the 25th is the parade.
25th is the parade, and that's going to be held at Science World.
Yeah, Thornton Park, right across from Science World. Yeah.
Where the African Descent Festival was.
Yes.
Okay, which was amazing. It was so much fun. Vancouver Television was there, and we had a great time that day. So tell me a little bit about this journey that you've been through with HMC, and I've heard so many people say so many nice things about you and all your hard work. So this is your moment to brag about that. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Well, I heard about HMC through Coyote, and I just thought, wow, there's that's such an amazing like value to have. Like multiculturalism and the promotion of that is so relevant to me because my friend groups, like the majority of them do belong in ethnic groups, and even like in the queer community, it's just like a lot of people together, a lot of love in that community, and I just want to, I don't know, just like spread that love. And I feel like to promote such good values is like, I don't know, it's just a rewarding time, and it's also a fun time because I get to be backstage and see all this backstage stuff of like artists getting together and like negotiating contracts and then getting signed to play these stages, and to be a part of that has just been an amazing process.
A young man, his name is Maxwell Chibuya, and Maxwell Chibuya has a dear friend that has always been there, Josie Chow.
VTV viewers, thanks so much for joining us today. We've had such a great time here at the launch party for HMC Harambecouver Carnival. This is definitely one of those events that you have to go with. Bring all your friends, bring your family. You're going to learn so much. And how great is it that we have, you know, all of these different diverse communities coming together, unifying to talk about really important issues like mental health and addiction, and of course reconciliation of African and Indigenous descent. So please go online and do your research. It's going to be from August 23rd to the 26th. I hope you guys get a chance to go. And you know me, I'm your host, Pegah Ahani, and we'll see you next time on Vancouver Television.